Hey everybody, Abby here. I am here to do the tutorial for this look. This is what I like to call the Champagne Toast New Year's Eve tutorial. What I did here was I did a gold glittery eye, smoky eye with a wing, berry lips, and berry cheeks. So if you guys want to know how I achieved this great New Year's look, keep on watching. Okay, so here is the finished eye. So what we are going to do first is I already have some Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Now I'm going to use Let's Skate Paint Pot from MAC and just use a little bit of this on my lid. Do not go past the crease, just to give a nice shimmer. Then we are going to use NYX Jumbo Pencil in Pure Gold in the crease. So I'm just going to run this into the crease and just going to blend lightly upward. Okay, now that that is in place, the first shadow we are going to be using is Carefree eyeshadow from MAC. This is a Pro Longwear eyeshadow. It's just kind of a cream with like a golden cast to it, so I thought this would be perfect in this look. So I'm just going to place this all over the lid, and I'm actually going to run this into the crease as well, just to give a nice golden base for the look. Then we are going to be using mostly shadows from the Wet n Wild Color Icon. This is from last year's holiday, and this is in Golden Goddess. The first shade we are going to be using is this like lightest peachy golden shade here. Tap off the extra, and I'm using this on a 217 style brush, like a flat but fluffy blending brush, and just going to put this on the outer third. Then I'm also going to use a little bit of Kitten Heel from Lancome. It's like a pinky with an orange duochrome. So I'm going to just place this as well on that outer third. Next, to prevent fallout and ruining our makeup, I'm just going to use a translucent powder. This is NYX's translucent powder. And I'm just going to take a lot of it on a fluffy brush and put it underneath the eye. Don't worry about what this looks like because we will be sweeping it off when we're done. So once I have that done, we are going to be using some shades that are more fallout prone. So that is why I put this color underneath, and especially for the glitter as well. I cleaned off my 217 just a little bit, and I'm going to be taking this mid golden shade, and I'm going to run that into the crease and blend it towards the brow bone, not all the way up, but just kind of clean it off a little bit and then kind of just blend it out up to the brow bone. A little on this outer corner as well. Then I'm going to take on a this is a 224 from MAC, just a fluffy blending brush. I'm going to take my transition color, and this is from the Wet n Wild Vanity palette, but any matte mid-tone brown will work. I'm just going to take this and run this along the edge of that mid-tone golden shade that we used, just kind of to fade the lines. Then I'm going to take my usual brow bone shade, which is the matte cream color from this same palette, and just kind of run it along the brow bone. Again, I used a little bit of this next golden shade and just ran that into the crease just to make this gold just stand out a little bit more. The last shade I'm going to use is this burnt orange, deepest golden color, and I'm going to run that lightly into the crease just to deepen everything. Okay, the last shade that I'm going to be using to just get this smoky outer corner is Typographic from MAC. This is an almost black, but I do like this better than any matte black that I have for deepening looks, and I'm using this on a Sigma tapered blending E45 just to get a nice, precise smoky outer corner here. And I do really like typographic more than any other matte black, and this is like the deepest charcoal, and it's just easy to blend. So if you have a hard time blending a matte black, I would suggest typographic from that. Now for highlighting, I'm going to be just using a low Cornell 1/4 inch Maxine's mop, and I'm just going to take this lightest shade in the Golden Goddess palette. I'm just going to get a little bit on the tip of the brush and just highlight the very arch of my brow very lightly, and then also highlight the inner corner here. Now, as far as the lower lash line goes, I'm just going to kind of go back with the golden shade, the mid golden shade, a little bit of the darker golden shade, just to kind of progress the lower lash line here with what colors we used, and then take the lightest and just run it along as well. Then we are going to take typographic and put it on the very outer corner. Okay, so for my tight line and waterline, I'm going to be using Feline Kohl Power Eye Pencil from MAC. This is the blackest eyeliner that I have, but it is very smudgy, which I like for the glitter. What I'm going to be using to make it stick is the LA Splash eyeshadow sealer and base, and I'm just going to stamp it all over the lid where I want the glitter. Then I'm going to take a synthetic brush. I am using the Urban Decay eyeshadow brush. The first glitter that I'm using is an LA Splash glitter in Enlightened. It's like a multi-tonal gold, and this is a larger flake size. I'm going to be using a little bit of Renaissance, which is like a white gold, and it is a very tiny size, so it's just going to blend nicely and just give this such a pretty golden color. Okay, and now finally what I'm going to do before I put on my eyeliner is I am going to take a little bit of the gold, just pick any really, and on my 217 I'm just going to run it into the crease just so we don't lose any of that line because of the glitter. Now for the eyeliner that I chose, I'm going to use a liquid liner because of the glitter, and this is Physicians Formula Eye Booster Liner. I'm going to make a tiny, like a small wing, and I will be I did my liner and put on my mascara, and they're not exact, but doing liquid liner does take a lot of practice, and I haven't gotten to be perfect yet, so everybody makes mistakes, and you'll see that I have some glitter underneath my eye. I did wipe away the powder, so if you do have leftover glitter, one trick that you can use is just take some plain old Scotch tape and kind of take a little bit of the stick out so it doesn't stick to your skin harshly, and just kind of get the flyaway glitters up with the tape. And it is also helpful if you are doing this for a party to stick some in your purse when you go to the bathroom, just kind of get the flyaways, because you will have some fall down. So now for the face, I did my usual contouring just very lightly. Now as far as blush, this could go a lot of routes. You could definitely do it neutral since we do have a lot going on in the eyes, but I particularly want to go the route of a berry tone. Okay, I'm going to use my e.l.f. All Over Color Stick in Pink Lemonade, which is just a dark pink, and I'm just going to rub a little bit on a dual fiber brush, and I'm just going to pat that as like a cream base on my cheeks. To top it off, I'm going to use Berry Mary Studio Lime Blush from e.l.f. just on top of where we placed that cream product. Just a nice, pretty berry tone. Now for lips, again, a lot of routes you could go with this. First off, if you're going to be kissing anybody at midnight, you definitely don't want to have anything glossy that's going to transfer. So what you want to do first is exfoliate your lips. I particularly use the Soft Lips lip scrub and just place some on your lips and just scrub off. As lip color goes, you want to go with a stain or a very long-lasting lip color. What I'm going to use is this first is a stain in Wink of Pink from Maybelline. Okay, so this is a very deep pink berry color. You could leave it at this, but I personally am going to layer just a little bit of another lip color over top. And what I'm going to use is a glazed lipstick from MAC in Total Wow. I'm just kind of going to stamp it on my lips and just kind of blend it like a stain. And if you don't have a lip stain marker, you could definitely use any one of your lipsticks in this manner and get kind of the same effect. And if you are not kissing anybody at midnight and you do want to go for the glossy effect, I would recommend for the berry tone, this is Cheers Color Burst Lipstick from Revlon. I hope you guys enjoy this New Year's tutorial, and I'm here to wish everybody a safe and happy New Year. Bye guys.